How long have you been homeless?
Total, I've been homeless 6 years out of my 43. Started out when I was 14. I was, and then a couple times between breaking up with my wife and her coming back, and the conflict there. Yeah, that's what happened this last time, and I've been on the streets this time since March.
So walk me through how a kid 14 years old ends up homeless.
My mom was extremely emotionally and physically abusive my whole life. At 14, I walked in on her trying to overdose on pills. Got the ambulance, got her to the hospital. When she got home from the hospital, she handed me a backpack, told me to fill it up and leave. And I did. And that's pretty much the last time we really talked. And she moved back down south. I was up here, so, yeah. Then I ended up in high school, trying to finish high school, homeless. I met my high school sweetheart, and we married and started a family young, found God, but she's the one that has the addiction to meth. And she just, we both had really bad childhoods, so that one was just hard for her to get over, and she just kept falling back into it, over and over and over again, and kind of broke our family up. And the last time when we actually got divorced, I've been raising my 3 kids by myself for the last 8 years. This is the first time, they're all grown up, 18 now, so they're doing all right here in Spokane. And I ended up at the arena, and I started, meeting people, and just pretty much then going through the summer, just meeting people and helping, and just kind of doing what I'm doing here. Until life decides to take me somewhere else.
What's your vision of Brandon moving forward?
Brandon would love to be a beach bum for like 2 weeks. Truthfully. But I'm trying to start up this little mobile catering business here because I want to feed the homeless. And I want to try to get it through, donation base and blah, 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 and just a simple barbecue truck. And then, go and hit the flea markets and stuff like that, the farmers markets to support, bring in support, and is what I'm working on.
What's it going to take to get you out of the shelter and into your next step?
Money. That day. I gotta get my license. My wallet got stolen about 2 months ago, so I'm replacing all my cards. And with COVID right now, it's not fun trying to get everything put back together. But yeah, just the basics really. I'm on unemployment, but they're kind of being ornery right now. So I do have income coming in. So it's just buying time, I guess, until everything gets this whole COVID crisis and everything, settles down.
Describe what life has been like for you on this 8-year journey of homelessness.
I learned a lot about people, watching them, how they interact. I just see all the heartbreak and the loss of hope, and it's hard to watch sometimes. Spent a lot of time alone. Usually in summertime I got my pole, I'm out fishing. It's naturally, like I said, I like the woods, so homelessness and camping is just it's always just not, unusual for me to be that way. I love to camp. We lived up in Ione for 10 years when I had my construction company, so the biggest impact on me is just seeing the loss of hope in people.
How's that affected you?
Some days are better than others, it does get depressing. You get alone, lonely, you got no real connection. I have no family, so sometimes, you do get depressed and kind of dig yourself in a hole and sleep, some days you just see where you can help and you go help. It's just I don't know, each day's new, and I love that.
How have you been treated by shelters, by law enforcement, by others in the community? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Sure. Well, law enforcement, for me, I have no issues. They've always pretty much treated me kind. I mean, I've never been arrested, never been in prison. I don't even think I spent a day in jail. So as far as that aspect, I haven't seen like they harass me, like if I'm sleeping somewhere, they haven't really bothered me too much, you know, tell me to move or whatever. Like I hear a lot of happening. Jules, this shelter's amazing, and what she's doing, it's amazing. I'm glad to be a little part of it, you know, get to see it. The arena, when that first started out, that's what kind of inspired me to, hey, we need to figure out something for food, because we were starving there. I mean, really. I mean, there's not enough food there and stuff like that. I don't know, it's just the day-to-day basics that are kind of like a shower and a bathroom and a toilet. Right now with COVID, I mean, there's not even a restroom, I mean, you can use really, you know what I mean? So it's kind of that part of the basic stuff, you know, being a human, you know, that kind of wear on you out here.
What other parts of your journey have we not talked about that are on your mind about homelessness? And what would you say to the community? Watching and listening and wondering what these homeless people are all about, what would you say to the community listening to your interview right now?
Well, to everyone out there and to the community, I mean, we are one big family. I mean, as far as that goes. And from what I've seen, most of these people just really need a spark of hope. They're missing their kids, you know, I mean, the addiction part of it, mostly it's the heart issue. I mean, just seeing someone that actually cares, I mean, it does wonders. And even the basic stuff, like I said, food, I mean, them bringing meals in, I mean, sparks life up, you know, I mean, they see people are caring, and I just wish they continue that, because it's helping.